Tiger Woods owns a home so big, it could fit about a dozen average-size homes inside of it. You may think I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. This mansion is spread across 12 acres in Jupiter Island, Florida, and it's worth a mind-boggling $54 million. Before we get started, I'd like to do something fun for my subscribers. My goal is to reach over 1,000 subs, and I need your help to get there. To show my appreciation, I'm giving away $100 gift cards to 5 lucky subscribers. The random drawing will take place once we hit 1,500 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe, like, and comment me for your chance to win. This super crib has 10 bedrooms and a private beach. I mean, what else could you possibly ask for? But let that sink in for a second. Tiger's crib isn't just a home, it's basically a resort, except it's his house, and this is just one of his multi-million-dollar estates. But wait, there's more. Tiger's home isn't just about size, it's about luxury on a level that most people can't even imagine. The mansion is split into 4 separate buildings, which includes a main house, a guest house, a golf studio, and a boathouse. Yes, a boathouse. Because when you have that much money, why settle for a regular garage when you can have a house just for your boats? And let's talk about the backyard for a second too. Tiger didn't just throw a pool back there and call it a day. No, he has a 100-foot swimming pool, a lap pool, and a diving pool. That's 3 different pools in one backyard. At this point, it's not even a backyard, it's a full-blown water park. And, of course, there's the private golf course. Because why would Tiger Woods go to a public course when he can just build one at home? His backyard golf course was designed for him to practice every type of shot imaginable. He even has a special area for bunker shots, because you never know when you'll need to escape a sand trap. Simply put, Tiger Woods isn't just living like a king, he's living like a king who decided to build his own kingdom. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said of John Daly, who once had it all, including a massive following of fans, sponsorships, and enough money to buy several nice cars and homes. However, fast forward to today, and John is nowhere near the luxurious lifestyle he once lived. In case you didn't know, Daly now lives in a modest mobile home and is struggling financially. Compared to where Daly used to live, his mobile home certainly feels like it's worth less than $1. Now, let's be real. John Daly was never your typical golfer, because while most PGA players were out there drinking protein shakes and focusing on their swings, Daly was downing Diet Cokes, puffing on cigarettes, and living like a rock star. And for a while, it worked. He was one of the most entertaining and also naturally gifted players to ever step on a course. But the problem? His wild lifestyle off the course, it caught up with him big time. Daly made millions in his prime, winning tournaments, securing huge endorsement deals, and cashing in on his larger-than-life personality. But instead of saving and investing, he blew through his fortune like there was no tomorrow. He's openly admitted to losing over $50 million on gambling. Yes, $50 million. To put that into perspective, that's enough money to buy multiple mansions, private jets, and still have enough money left over for a lifetime supply of Diet Coke. But gambling, that wasn't his only problem, because expensive divorces, health issues, and bad business decisions, they've also drained his bank account. His body also started breaking down, which made it harder for him to compete. These days, instead of living in a multi-million-dollar mansion, Daly is far removed from the flashy lifestyle he once had. All BS aside, John Daly's story, it teaches us that no matter how much money you make, it can all disappear if you're not careful. But one PGA superstar who's pretty smart with his money is Phil Mickelson. Phil's got a jaw-dropping mansion in Rancho Santa Fe, California, worth a reported $8.1 million. You may think that's a lot, but for Phil, it's just another day in paradise. I mean, this massive estate covers 4.5 acres and boasts a 9.1 thousand square foot main house. It's got everything you can imagine, including 6 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, a fitness gym to keep those golf muscles in shape, a cozy library for some light reading, and a spacious family room for, well, family stuff. But that's not even the best part. Phil's got his own personal putting green, so he doesn't even have to leave home to work on his game. Talk about living the dream, right? And let's not forget the outdoor kitchen, perfect for those sunny California barbecues, and a swimming pool that's probably bigger than your local community pool. Phil's house is the kind of place where you could imagine him relaxing after a day out on the course, enjoying a glass of wine from his own wine cellar while looking out at the beautiful scenery. It's safe to say he's doing just fine. However, not every PGA player can say the same. Just take a look at the story of Casey Martin, once a promising young golfer. Casey is nowhere near the millions he once dreamed of. Despite his talent, Casey was forced to retire early due to a debilitating condition called Klippel-Trenaunay syndrome, which affects his right leg, leaving him unable to compete at the highest level. But that's not even the most shocking part. In 2021, after a fractured tibia failed to heal properly due to his condition, Martin underwent surgery to amputate his right leg above the knee. It's a heartbreaking turn of events for someone who once competed alongside the likes of Tiger Woods. But you have to give him some credit though, because after his playing career was cut short, Casey found a new job as the head men's golf coach at the University of Oregon, a position he's held since 2006. Under his guidance, the Ducks won the NCAA championship in 2016, giving Martin the rare double of a national title as a player and as a coach. But still, the money he makes from his new job, it's hardly enough to purchase the kind of home the PGA big boys live in. Rickie Fowler is one of those big boys, and his glorious mansion in Jupiter, Florida, which is valued at $6.5 million, says it all. It's got everything you could want in a mansion, including a massive pool, a private putting green, and even a fully equipped outdoor kitchen for hosting lavish parties. Fowler's house is the perfect example of the kind of lifestyle that most pro golfers get to enjoy. So, if you've ever wondered what it's like to live like a PGA pro, well, Rickie's house is probably close to your dream home. But here's the thing. Just because you're a star on the PGA Tour, it doesn't mean you'll stay on top forever. Take the case of Greg Norman. At one point, Norman was the king of the golf world, making millions from his success on the course and his various business ventures. But despite all that, Norman's life took a drastic turn for the worse, and he's now struggling financially. At one point, he was worth over $300 million, but some bad investments and a failed business empire, it's left him with a much smaller fortune. Greg now lives in a relatively modest home in Florida, much smaller than the luxurious mansions he once owned. And while this new home isn't a total disaster, it'll sure feel like it for someone who was once on top of the food chain. But it's not just the men who are living the luxurious golfing life. Take the story of Paige Spiranak, who became a golf influencer after her career on the course didn't take off the way she'd hoped. She'd made millions through brand partnerships, social media, and her golf-related content. Unlike most traditional golfers who rely on tournament winnings, Paige figured out that being famous online could be just as, if not more, profitable. And let's just say, it paid off big time. Now she lives a life other female golfers can only dream of. Just take a look at her luxurious home in Scottsdale, Arizona. This place is a golfer's paradise, with a massive backyard that has its own putting green, a massive pool, and an outdoor lounge area that looks like something straight out of a high-end resort. The house itself is a modern masterpiece, with sleek designs, giant floor-to-ceiling windows, and an open concept layout that makes it feel even bigger than it already is. And trust me, it's big. Paige's home is packed with all the things you'd expect from someone making millions, even without having to compete on the course. A fully stocked gym? Check. A closet full of designer clothes and golf gear? Double check. But that's not all. Paige's kitchen is so fancy, it looks like a cooking show could be filmed there. This isn't just a house, it's a statement, a reminder that she figured out a way to live the pro golfer lifestyle without even needing to win big tournaments. Simply put, Paige Spiranak may not have made it big as a PGA golfer, but when it comes to living in luxury, she's definitely playing in the big leagues. Speaking of the big leagues, Dustin Johnson is definitely having a ball. His $14 million mansion in Palm Beach, Florida is absolutely stunning. It's got everything from a private tennis court to an infinity pool that overlooks the water. And let's not forget his home gym, which I'm sure gets a lot of use since Dustin is always on top of his fitness. This mansion is the kind of house that makes you wonder if anyone could possibly need that much space. But hey, if you've got the money, why not live like a king, right? Sadly, there are guys on the other side of the fence who aren't doing so good. I'm talking about Bobby Womack, who's now living in a rundown shack on the outskirts of his hometown. Womack was a once promising golfer who had it all, but a series of bad decisions and a lack of financial literacy and a struggle with addiction, it led to his downfall. He lost everything, and it's a heartbreaking story that serves as a harsh reminder that wealth and fame, they're not always as permanent as they seem. Womack's unimpressive home is the direct opposite of homes of players like Tiger Woods or Phil Mickelson, who seem to have everything figured out. But hey, I guess no one's immune to the ups and downs that life can throw at you. Simply put, the lives of PGA players and their homes are a clear representation of how fortunes can change. Some players like Tiger Woods live in palatial mansions and are enjoying their wealth and success, while others like John Daly or Bobby Womack have faced significant struggles that left them with nothing. It's a reminder that fame and money, they're not forever, and sometimes it's just a matter of bad decisions or hard luck that causes a fall from grace. But here's the kicker. Even though many of these players have lost their fortunes, they're still loved by fans and remembered for their contributions to the sport. Whether you're living in a $500 million mansion or a humble mobile home, it's what you do with the time that you have that really matters. Although that time would be better spent in a luxurious mansion over a $1 home, wouldn't you agree? So, next time you see a pro golfer like Tiger Woods pulling up to his $54 million mansion estate, just remember that not all PGA golfers live the same way. Well, if you have plans of being in the PGA, make sure you practice your swings and keep your financial game on track at all times if you don't want to end up in a low-end shack like John Daly. You know what? Click this video and find out just how bad he ruined his career. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe.